It's good to see all of you. Hold on here just a sec. Hi to everybody who's saying hello. Happy Father's Day, if there's any dudes watching. But I'm very excited to get to do tonight's readings. I did the same thing on Mother's Day, and so I like to do it on Mother's Day and Father's Day. If there was a national day of not having a kid, I would do it on that day too. But hello to all you guys watching. So we're going to do some readings tonight. I'm going to do as many as I can fit in the time. I did do readings at my office today, so I gotta doing this and that all day is a lot, but I'm still like in it. And I'm probably going to have to switch my glasses, okay? And they're going to look really weird, but that way I can read what you guys are saying without you having to look up my nose. So there you have it. Hello to you guys signing on. We'll wait for a few more people to get on, and then we'll go. But if you are available and you want to be on camera with me, you can, or you could be on audio with me. That's totally fine as well. Like if you don't want to be on camera, but you still want to get the reading. So I'll start like saying some stuff here in a little bit about like who I'm with and stuff like that. And then you guys respond. I will just kind of caution you right now. There are lots of people that spam on here and they'll say like, what's your sign? Or they'll ask you or they'll tell you they have a special message for you or something like that. But just know I am not affiliated with those people. They have nothing to do with this reading. And Stephanie is moderating, so she'll kick them off as she can. But it looks like, oh, you guys are signing on pretty quick. So it's time to switch the glasses to the big reading glasses. So I love these glasses. I know they look weird, but I don't care. So anyway, but I just want to tell you guys, if you are willing to get on here and do readings, awesome. I see all you signing on. I'm pretty sure I've probably read a lot of you. A lot of the people that watch my stuff, they usually, you guys have been to me or whatever. So if I talk to any loved ones for you and they come through again, like just know there should always be new information. I expect to bring through at least one dad today or do a reading for a dad. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm always surprised by whatever happens when I'm doing this. So hi to all you guys saying hi. Hi, Kathy. So I remember Kathy. So some of you I remember, some of you it's been a while. So, but it's very good to see you guys. And yes, these are different glasses. They're my reading glasses, but that way I can see what you guys are saying to me without you having to look up my nose. So there's that. And I just want to tell you, because we're almost at the threshold where I start doing readings. If any of you guys are interested in classes, the next class I have coming up is a numerology class. And I think it's next Wednesday. Stephanie will just put the link on there. But if any of you guys, the astrology class was really fun that we did last month. So this month it's numerology, and those are like my favorite things. So I am offering that class as well. So if any of you guys are interested in it, it's on my website. Oh, and then also at the end of the month, I have another class coming up. It has limited space, but it's a find your purpose class. You can do it. It's hybrid. So you can do it online. You could do it in person. You can come see me, but it's finding your purpose. And I'll give you a hint. It's probably not what you think. But it's about like finding your purpose and understanding why you're here and what this is all about, based on kind of like my experience with this and what I've learned from some of the spirits in the spirit world about like how things look with us and what we're here to do, what we're not here to do. But I will be doing that at my office. I think it's on the 29th. It's not this next Sunday. It's the Sunday after that. And then the mediumship class, not the mediumship class, sorry, my bad. The class on numerology, I think is the second to last Wednesday or Thursday. I can't even remember, but it's on my schedule. So we are at the threshold of people watching. So I'll just go over the rules one more time. Hello to everybody saying hi. I will just go through the rules one more time. I'm going to start saying information about a loved one in the spirit world. And so if you like the life purpose class, I would encourage you to take it because it's just a full day workshop. But for the readings, because I'll do more than one, I want to try to get to as many as possible. And sometimes I linger for a really long time. So I want to make sure I get to everything for you guys. This is not necessarily where I'm going to be doing psychic stuff. I chose to do this because you have loved ones that probably want to visit. And I was just kind of called to do it. So that's what I'll be doing, is talking to loved ones. But if there's shit going on in your life, a lot of times they just like come through and they talk about that as well. So it's not going to be psychic to start, but sometimes we have loved ones who are trying to help us or let us know something. So if there is psychic stuff, they will share that. Hi to all you guys saying hi. Anyway, so if you are cool being on camera, great. I'll send you an invitation. If you're not, you just want to do voice, that's totally fine too. But when we do it this way, it also cuts down on the spammers. It will still happen. And just know my Facebook account is the one with the check mark. And so it will happen. But Stephanie will kind of pull those people out. So just don't share a bunch of information, and doing it live with me makes it so less people can kind of like, they're not watching the video and commenting on the video. They're just commenting on your comments. Let's get this started so you guys can see how this goes. So I actually feel like I'm just going to start talking to loved ones. And again, just a reminder, if I've connected with you before or with the person before, I'll ask you like, hey, have I read you before? And there should always be new information, even though I don't remember the old information. So I just want to let you know that. And then I'll bring you on camera. I'm just going to start by talking about this is a woman. It seems like someone's paternal grandmother and her son. And I think the paternal grandfather is gone as well. So I'm getting like a 3-pack of people. I don't want you guys to say anything in the chat until I like flesh it all out, and then say something, and then we'll try to narrow it down that way. Okay. I think that might just work a little bit better. So I've got like a 3-pack. So there's a mom, a dad, and a son. The son would be above the age of whoever's watching here. So I think this is someone's dad and someone's grandparents, would be my sense. The guy who's there, he's with his grandparents, I think. And so this is why I say don't comment, because I want to just make sure I'm getting this all right here and that I'm going to the right person. I feel like I have a grandfather here who dies unexpectedly over 10 years ago. Or it might even be over 20 years ago. He dies at a big distance from when the paternal grandmother does. So she lives without him for like 10, 20 years even, but her son's alive. And so she's over there. So she was ill before she died, but her son died and he was grown, he's an adult. He died in between the father and the mother. So the grandma lost her son and her husband. She may also have other living kids, but right now it seems like she's rejoined a son and rejoined a husband in the spirit world. The lady talking definitely has some kind of openness to this, because I feel like when she was alive, she would have felt the spirit of her husband and her son in her house and around her, and she probably would have even talked about it as well. So basically what I think I have here is someone's dad. Their dad's dad died first, and then the dad died. And that's kind of unexpectedly fast, but not completely unexpected. And the father might have had something wrong with his heart. And then you have the grandmother here who dies after them, but kind of like in closer proximity to her son passing than her husband. And she seems very excited to be here and tell you like she's met up with them. This seems to be like a really big deal to her, that she's not just with her son, not just with like her husband, she's also with her son. She does have living grandchildren and living kids, or at least they were alive when she died. So this is kind of the information I'm getting here. So let me just kind of dial that back. Whoever's watching has a dad, a grandma, a grandpa on the dad's side in spirit. The grandpa died first, then the dad, and then the grandma. That was the order that they passed. And I feel like the father, for whoever's watching, he goes very quickly downhill. with an illness or something that, and this isn't that long ago, but he goes downhill from an illness where they told him that he might be okay. And so I just feel like the son dies after the dad, and then the grandma dies after them. And there's a gap. There's like a 20-year gap here between the grandfather and the grandmother, but I feel like the guy died somewhere in between, closer to the time of when the grandma died or when their mom died. So let me see. Did the son and dad die at the same age? That part I don't know. I mean, that's conceivable that that happened, but I don't know that information yet. But I do kind of have the information that they're coming as like a 3-pack. What is this? My dad's dad passed away in 86. My uncle a couple of years ago, and now my dad's mom. Hold on a second. Me, but I never met my dad, but I'm not sure who the dad is. So, Oksana, I'm not sure that it's you. It's just, I don't know. This guy definitely knows his daughter, and it's a daughter watching. So any guys watching, just want to let you know, it's probably not you. But let me see what we got here. My dad passed over 30 years ago. I was 11. Who is that? Hi, you guys signing on. I'm just looking at, yeah, I don't think this is someone's husband. I'm just, where did she go? Sarah Aragon. Where are you? Died in 86, a couple of years ago. Your uncle a couple of years ago, and now your dad's mom. Okay, so that one, it's on, let me go back to Sarah. Sarah, is that all like true for you, even though that might not be your dad, that might be an uncle, but your uncle would have had to be like a father figure to you. So there was an overdose involved with your uncle. I think I might be with Sarah. Wait, my dad died of a heart attack when I was 10, when his mom a few years after. Never met my grandpa. He died earlier. All right. Hold on, Kara, because Kara could be it or Sarah could be it. So let me say a little bit more information. But wait, Sarah, you said there was an overdose involved. Was the overdose with your dad? Because this is natural causes, and overdose would not be natural. So Kara, bear with me. If it is your dad and he died of a heart attack, and you never met your grandpa, but they're all together as a thing, and your grandma went after him, you never met your grandpa. So hold on here. Bear with me, guys. I want to make sure that I'm getting the right person. So just excuse me while I kind of read this, because I want to make sure. Your grandpa died of a heart attack in 86. Your uncle overdosed. But was your uncle like a dad to you? My grandfather died, then my dad, then my grandma. My dad had heart issues. Yeah, I don't think there's anything self-inflicted here. So I don't think it's you, Sarah, because the guy who's the dad, he dies of natural causes, but he had health issues connected with that. And then sometime after my grandfather, where did Kim go? Kim Long. That's who I am looking at. Your grandfather died, then your dad, and then your grandma. My dad died of heart issues. I think I am with Kim, another Kim. I'm sorry if I know that a lot of things kind of sound like other people's, but this is why I took some time here to make sure that I'm with the right person. So I think I'm with Kim Long, because what she's telling me matches almost identically what I see here. So Kim Long, I am going to send you a link to, I'm gonna, let's see how I can do this. Hold on. Sometimes, oh, okay. Stephanie is going to send you a link. Stephanie is my daughter. She's moderating. And then you can choose to be on camera or not be on camera. But I definitely feel like these people are here to talk to you. So if you look at a recent post from me on YouTube and Facebook, you should be able to see the link. And then I'll be able to see it when you get, I'll be able to see it when you get online. But I definitely think that's where I am. And the more time that's going by as I'm doing this, I feel like I'm in the right place. I will be doing other readings. This isn't going to be the only one I do, but I definitely kind of like feel like this is an important one because Kim must have some shit going on in her life, much like this Kim. So as soon as she accepts the invitation, I'll be able to connect with her loved ones, and then I'll move on to another one. So Kim, I think you're on Facebook. So if you look in the chat, you should see a link under Medium and Psychic Kim Moore. And so, oh yeah, and Stephanie just messaged you. So I feel other people lined up here. So I'm going to be doing some more readings after this. I'm just going to wait for Kim to get on. But I will tell you, for those of you who have come out to see me at any of my group events, especially like when Anthony comes out, we were recently talking about him coming out here again in October. And then for us to go back to the southern states next year in March. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Ooh, is she here? Yes, she's here. All right, Kim, let's see. Save. That's not what I want to do. How do I add you? Let me see. Oh, I have to ask for audio. Hold on a second. Oh. Stephanie said you might have to go back out and go back in the link because it's not showing your audio. So hi to you guys saying hi to me. I'm kind of, where'd she go? She'll be back on here. So I forgot what I was talking about. I often forget what I'm talking about. So we're going to do some more of those. And then for those of you who know, I haven't got it planned yet. Okay. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm probably going to like try to do some kind of dinner. They will need to be connected to their mic before you can add them to the stream. So Kim, the microphone on your phone or on your device, it either needs to be connected or that's what it says the problem is. So, and if for some reason you can't have it connected, I'm just going to talk and do it, even if I can't bring you up on live, because I want to get to some other readings and these people are very excited. Thank you. I love my reading glasses too. They're not my regular glasses, but this way I can read your guys' comments. So Kim, I think what I'm going to do, since it doesn't seem to be working in the old fashioned way, I'm just going to start the reading now and have you respond. So if you guys can keep your comments to a minimum during this time where I talk to her, then that way it will kind of populate a little faster. So Kim, just let me know if that's okay with you, because the microphone, for some reason, it's just saying your microphone isn't connected. And yeah, so your microphone isn't connected. So let me just see when I get Kim on here. And thank you guys for all your kind words. Happy Father's Day to everybody watching, and happy Father's Day to those of you who are like me, where you raised your kids. And yeah, so happy Single Mom Day as well. So Kim seems to have left again. So let's see if she's here. You know what I'm going to do while I wait for her? I'm going to start the next one and just kind of put it in the hopper. So that one's next. So I know who I'm going to next, because I feel like that's probably the best way to do this. Kim, I'm still here with your people. All I need for you to do is comment and we can do it that way. It's no problem if it's not working. So I am now, so the next person's here. So there's like a line. There's a line up. So I'm going to the line. So the next person that I feel here is somebody's grandfather that raised them. And I also feel like the grandma's still alive. So his wife's alive. She's still here, but this is someone's grandpa. And I actually kind of think like your dad's alive, but your grandpa raised you, or he was kind of part of your growing up in a really big, profound way. Oh, okay, Kim, no problem. Stephanie is sending you little instructions if you need them. But if that doesn't work, we'll just do it like this. But the next person, just so you know, it seems like they have a grandpa that raised them. So the grandpa was there throughout their whole experience of growing up. I think their dad is alive, and I think their grandma is alive. So whoever this is has a paternal grandmother living, a father living, but a grandpa in spirit who raised them. That would be my sense. So I'm just waiting for Kim. I see you, Oksana. Don't think I don't. I'm just trying to get the other little factors going here. So just to leave that with you guys, the grandpa raised you, and you lived at his house, and he went to your school stuff, and he did all but it's your paternal grandfather. Your dad's alive, but it's on the paternal side. So it's definitely on the dad's side. So Kim, I'll give you just a couple more minutes and see if we can get you. And if not, I'll just do it this way, because I think I can manage. Holding these two like side by side. So this is kind of like an experiment for me, but I do readings with people all the time who have different parts of their family. So Kim, if we're not getting you, thank you, Dina. They're my reading glasses. So for you, Kim, I'm just going to say these things for you because I don't see you on here and I just want to move on to the next reading. So this is what I'm going to say. I feel like you have these people here, all of these people here, because there's some shit that you're going through that I feel like you've been praying for a positive outcome with something. Oops, let's try one more time. No, it still says the same thing about the microphone and the camera. So I'm just going to tell you what's going on. So you could just respond live by text on Facebook into the chat. So you guys, I'm going to talk to her and then I'm going to move on to the next one and I'll give you more details about that one. But this one for Kim, I feel like there's like something going on in your life right now, and you may have kids or something like that, but it feels like you're going through some kind of difficult I don't want to say a transformation, it's a change. So something that used to be pretty solid for you has like the rug gets pulled out from under. So it's almost like you're praying for like a good outcome, or you're wanting something to kind of resolve itself. And whatever this is, it's something really important to you in your personal life. And I do kind of think that you have kids as well. So Steph's going to pin your comments so I can see it like right in front of me on the screen when you get on here. So basically, I feel like there's something you really need help with. And I feel like whatever that is kind of a personal matter, but it has to do with your family. And I also feel like I think there's kids for you, Kim. So if you could just verify all of that. And I'm going to start talking to this other one, and then I'm going to go back to you when you comment. So that way I can get as many as possible in this reading. So the person that I feel over here is a grandpa. He's a paternal grandfather who raised you. His son is alive. So I don't know why he didn't raise you, but the son is alive and the wife is alive. So whoever this is for, they have a living father and a living grandmother and a dead grandpa, all on the dad's side. It's pretty specific that they're saying, because this other person is here for an entirely different reason. So I'm going to go back to Kim because I saw a thing. She doesn't have kids. And so that's fine, Kim. I just feel like there's some kind of changes happening. And there's like, if you don't have kids, that's totally fine. I do still feel like then that you take care of people or you're helping someone. So it doesn't necessarily have to be biological kids. You might have stepkids. You might have a bunch of dogs. I don't know. But it feels like the younger people, and even if that's just pets or whatever, they seem to be near and dear to your heart. And I just feel like you're going through this like difficult time where there's change and you're just hoping that things will work out. And I feel like you've even prayed about that or asked about that, or like ask the heavens if like you just want things to go more smoothly than how things have been going. but I just kind of want to tell you that all of those people that are over there, like our loved ones are in the same frequency as inspiration. So I feel like your loved ones are trying to inspire a good outcome for you, and they're trying to help you. So I want to pass that along to you. If you don't have kids, I don't know who the younger people are that seem to be around you. It could be animals too, because some people consider their pets their children. I know I consider my cat my child. And so that seems to be the thing here, is like, we want to let you know, like, things are going to get better, and that you do have them all kind of on your side. So I'm going to leave that, and if I'll wait and see if she comments, but it just seems like it's really important for them to kind of like show you, Kim, that they're here and that they love you, and that I don't know if you've ever had a reading from me before, but it just seems like these. So I would ask you, have I done a reading for you? Because these people seem a little new to me, and they're just kind of learning how to do this. So there's just something new that I'm getting there. So go ahead and respond to what I just said. But so here we are. I feel like I have somebody's grandpa who raised them. I know a couple of people you said that, but this is the thing. The grandpa is the dad's dad. And Kim, hopefully that message helps you. You're welcome. I feel like they wanted to kind of like reach out from the beyond and let you know that shit's going to get better. So just know that. And I have a lot of faith in dead people, maybe more than living people, because the love that they have for us, it just never dies. So I know that they adore you, Kim. And so I just want to pass that on. Hi, Tony. I see her. Wait, I have had a reading, but it has been a while. Okay, so I have read you before. It seems like your dead people over there are still trying to figure out how to talk to me, but they're absolutely fine. And so I just want to let you know that they're here because they love you and they care about you. And that way, life, just to let you know, life's going to, like, what goes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. You're down, it's going to come up. So that's just kind of the way that looks. And I am just choosing, I'm choosing loved ones before I'm choosing audience members. So it just works easier for me when I tune into them than trying to tune into you guys, because there's a great need. So if I tune into them, they follow my rules of one right after the other. So I feel like I have someone's grandpa here. He is kind of funny, a little cheesy humor, but he would have raised you. And he did have multiple health issues. He didn't just have like one thing going wrong, but I feel like he like goes into the hospital, or like he thinks he has like, I don't know, something simple like the flu or whatever. And then that's not what it turns out to be. And then I feel like he can't communicate anymore after that. And then he's gone. So he's not a sudden passing. I just want to be clear about that. It happens very quickly, but it's not instant. And I do feel like he goes to like a hospital or an urgent care or something to get some kind of help, because he was having some problems catching his breath, or it feels almost like I feel like I have the flu or pneumonia, and I go into the doctor. I get there, they do everything they can to kind of help me, but they are starting to realize like that, oh, this is kind of taking over and it's affecting other health. So like, this person might have COPD or emphysema, and then they got like pneumonia or a flu or something, because whoever this guy is, he thought when he went to urgent care or wherever he went, he was going to be fine. He did not think that he was going to die from any of this. And I think he's maybe in his late 60s or early 70s. So your grandpa raised you with your grandma. Is it Dolce or Dulcie? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not trying to screw up your name. And her son is my dad. He passed from pneumonia, but okay. I don't know if your name is Dulcie or Dolce, but come on down. Steph, can you send her a link? Dulce or Dolce? I try not to fuck up her name. I'm pretty sure I just did fuck up your name, so I'm sorry about that. This is not somebody's dad. This is not somebody's dad. This is somebody's grandfather who raised them. And he is dead, but the grandma is alive and the dad is alive. And I think that I am with Dulce Gonzalez, and her son is my dad. And your dad's still alive, right? I think that's right. So just go ahead and hit that, because I think it's you. And I'm really happy that it happened so quickly, that I found you. So, but this is definitely not somebody's dad. It's their grandpa, but their grandpa raised them, or they lived with their grandpa for like an extended period of time. But I'm not exactly sure why the dad didn't, but the grandpa seems to be the father figure. And again, the pneumonia thing, he thought he was going for something else. And then, so whatever it was, he thought he'd be fine. And then he wasn't. Obviously he's not, because he's dead, right? So obviously he wasn't okay after that. But actually they're all okay after they die. So that's always nice. But I just want to get this. Oh, thank you, Sue. I did just celebrate a birthday. Oh, thank you. You know what I was thinking of doing for my birthday? It already happened, but I like to celebrate all month. So I might be ending up, thank you, Sue. And thank you for saying that, because it reminded me of what I wanted to say. I think that I am going to give away 2 half-hour readings. I'm not going to do it connected to this post. I'll probably make a post and have you like, comment, share, follow, all that shit. But I think I'm going to give away a couple of readings for my birthday, which was a few days ago. But like I said, I celebrate all month. So Dulce, if you can see the link and get on there, if you can just do audio, that's fine. You don't necessarily have to do video unless you want to. But thank you for the happy birthdays. I like to, because I love what I do. Like, I'm sure you guys have realized this. I've been doing it for 20 years. It's like what I absolutely love doing. And so giving away a couple of readings. Oh, sorry. All right, Dulce, like, that's okay. I'm not exactly sure what's with StreamYard tonight, but that's fine. I can just do your reading the way I did Kim's. And then we'll kind of go from there. That way I can get to more readings, because if I, it's taking time and I want to get to as many as possible. So I just want you guys to know, look for a post in the coming days about me giving away a couple of readings. And there'll be half-hour readings. If you want to enter a different way than that, you can also subscribe to my newsletter and stuff like that. So I will definitely be doing that. For you, I don't know if I'm mispronouncing your name. I am so sorry. I absolutely do not mean to mess it up. But I think it's Dulce or Dolce. So not all of us do Facebook. Yes. And so that's why I have a newsletter. And so you can always do the newsletter. You don't have to do Facebook. You can, I do TikTok, I do Instagram, all the things, but I don't exactly know how I'm going to do it yet. So if you're on the newsletter list, you'll get it, or you'll see it on Facebook, or I'll probably post some little short video on YouTube for those of you that follow me on YouTube. So that way, I'll figure it out, because it will take some figuring. But anyway, Dulce, okay, good. I'm saying it right. I don't know if I've ever read you before, but your name looks familiar. I think you've been on my lives before, but I don't know if I've talked to your people. I feel like you have a grandpa in the spirit world that seems to be really proud of you right now, because you're making some kind of changes that are good for your mental health. And so I don't know what it is exactly that you're doing, but you're setting boundaries and trying to do things in a different way. And so I have read you before. So I've probably talked to him before, and maybe that's how he cut in front of everybody else. But he seems really excited to be here and talk to you. Your grandma's still alive, and he's giving her a hello. But I definitely think that she thinks he's around, even though she seems like she would have been, your grandma seems slightly religious, but yet at the same time, she might feel your grandfather around, or she might even have another person that's a nephew or a son or something like that, but not your dad. So I don't know, maybe you have an uncle over there. So thank you for the compliments on my glasses. I got a 3-pack from Burlington Coat Factory, and I love them, but I can't wear them all the time just for reading. But anyway, so Dulce, as far as your grandpa goes, he still kind of feels like a father figure to you. And I feel like today was probably like really hard, especially like for your grandma, because he says that, oh, your brother lives with her now. Okay. So it's like he's saying, your grandpa is saying that he's in the house with your grandma. So it's like they always joke about hearing him. Okay. Because he is definitely there. Like I mean, I don't know what the deal is with your grandpa. He has like a great sense of humor. And I feel like it's kind of like a cheesy, I don't know, just like a dad jokes, but I know he's your grandfather. But he's telling me he's caught his breath again. He's better again, but he's just proud of you because you are making changes that are for your highest and best good. And you're not putting up with shit from people. Like you're setting boundaries and you're learning how to do that. And it's not easy because some of the people you've had to set boundaries with are close to you. So I just want to say that. And he is definitely a type of guy that will tell you, like he'll give you compliments. He'll tell a good joke. He'll give you compliments. He'll give you a hug. He feels like very warm when his energy comes through. And I don't mean temperately warm. I mean like emotionally warm. And so it's like he comes with this big embrace, but it's for your siblings, it's for your dad, it's for your grandma as well. And he like really wants you to know that he is still in the house. I feel like recently they found some things of his that because he's been gone for a while. So they have found some things recently of his that I feel like your grandma forgot she had. And those things look like things that belong to your grandpa, but it like looks like a little box of something that I feel like your grandma might have stumbled across, something that she had forgotten that she had that's connected to him. But he just seems like he's coming through really to just kind of acknowledge you. It was kind of hard without him because I do feel like, I mean, I know your dad's alive, but honestly, I feel like your grandpa was kind of like glue for the family or something. So that seems to be the energy that I'm getting here, is that he was like the glue that held everybody together. And I feel like everybody misses him now, but they can't he's not leaving. So he's still around them, but he's especially around you. So hopefully the message I gave you makes sense to you. I know we weren't able to do it on the camera, but hopefully, like, let me know if anything I said is wrong. I tell people this all the time when they come to my office. You're not hurting my feelings if you're saying I'm not getting it right, because it just gives me the opportunity to go in. She stumbled across your uncle's box. Is your uncle in the spirit world? That would be not your dad, but just because this is the feeling. So is your uncle gone too? That would be then the man who's with her also. So Dulce, just let me know, because whatever it was that she found, I think then your uncle's gone, and that might be the guy that's with her that's younger than her. So that's what, okay, yes. And your uncle died, I don't know, like really fast. So that seems pretty, happy birthday, Sue. That seems pretty important that he's saying that recently they found this box or whatever it was. It belonged to somebody else. And it's like a sign from them, because they need to know that they're around, like your grandma and your brother. And I feel like your dad and everything, like they all need to know that when she found that box or whatever that was that she found, I think your uncle was there. So internal bleeding from a motorcycle accident, that is very unexpected. He is telling me though that he wants your mom to know, or your grandma to know, that the reason she found the box, and your grandpa saying the same thing, is that they were trying to let her know that they were in the house with her. And it seems like it's kind of like an important time. So the timing of it also makes sense. I don't know if it's like the anniversary of him dying or something like that, but timing matters in this particular case. So hopefully that all makes sense to you. You can let them watch this if you want, because we always put the video up at the end. But I feel like it happened. The way that they communicate with us is through inspiration, and it often sounds like it's our own idea. So I feel like what happened with your grandma is something just told her to start going through some shit, and she did, and then she found it. And I feel like they inspired that in her head. So that is just really important. And then Stephanie, if you see Janice Stalton or whatever, that is a person who I am not associated with. And Kim, she does not have a special message for you. So that's what I mean when I say don't put too much of your information on there, because it's ridiculous. It's not Janice Adams. It's Janice Stalter. So hopefully Dulce, all of this makes sense to you, because it seems really important that they found whatever that was. So you shared this live with her and you hope she's on listening. That would be so cool if she was. That would be so cool because they seem so excited to be here. So hopefully she is watching and she can see that that's who made it. So she found that stuff. So I also feel like, also Dulce, one other thing. Are you, how do I say this? Are you trying to communicate with spirit on your own? Like, it feels like you're trying to talk to them and maybe connect and do messages and something. And I feel like you're connected to them, but you're, this is, yeah, you can send it to her. But I think you talk to spirits. Honestly, Dulce, I feel like you've got like all of that kind of stuff going on because that seems like you've got good spidey senses. So I don't know, like they're saying like you're trying to do this or trying to connect on your own. Yes, perfect. I want you to know that you are on the right path. It's just something that takes time and experience. So if you want to talk to loved ones, I know you have these dead people over there and I feel like your grandpa and your uncle will definitely assist in this, but you also have natural spidey senses. And not only that, but I feel like you could communicate if you wanted to. It just takes time and practice. But the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it. Okay. So I just want you to know that and let you know that you can build that. So I do this because I've been doing this for 20 years now, but I didn't start off getting everything right. So being wrong helps you learn how to be right. You don't learn how to walk from just getting up and walking. You fall a few times and then you learn how to find your balance. So I dream and I always, where did that go? I dream and I always say, I speak to them between when you're falling asleep. Perfect. You can do it in other times too. That's because you're in a delta or state or a theta state. I forget which one's which. But the fact that you do it in between sleep and waking and you kind of get it right there, that tells me that you have really good spidey senses and you're just tuned into it when you're not thinking about it. So I just want to let you know that and tell you to follow that. Follow that. All right. So let me see. Thank you, Dulce, and thank you for coming on here. And I'm glad we got to at least try it. So I have another man here. This is actually somebody's dad. I think he died right next to somebody's birthday. This is somebody's dad. And I think when he died, it was either close to his birthday or the kid that's watching's birthday. And you guys don't put too much stuff in the comments so that people don't try to trick you. Wait a second. So this guy tells me that when he dies and he's lingering in a state, so I feel like it ends up being close to someone's birthday, but this is the big but. I don't think he was responsive around your birthday. So like you're dealing with losing him either right at his birthday or right at your birthday. And he's not responsive. And I do feel like he probably had like a longer term illness, like maybe I don't think it's cancer. I think it's something else. I think it's like Parkinson's. It's like something neurological. And so he kind of dipped out a little early. Like he wasn't in his body anymore. So maybe the last time whoever is here saw their dad, he was non-responsive and it was close to their birthday or his birthday. But he had a long-term illness. So the Parkinson's went for quite some time. There was dementia with it, which there usually is. There's also some issues with movement, which there usually is with Parkinson's. But this guy says that when things got really bad, they just went downhill really fast, and he was non-responsive for probably like a couple of weeks before he passed. So that is what I want to say, because there's an important birthday right around the time that he died, but he was non-responsive, and I think he had Parkinson's, and I think he had that for years, and the dementia got to him, and he was in a nursing home, and there's like a shit ton of information from him. My dad died on his birthday. So Liz, let me, no, they don't have to speak English, by the way. The language of the soul is all the same. It's how it works in my head. So he says, so Liz, your dad died on his birthday. So did he have Parkinson's or some kind of neurological disease or something like that? Because it seems like he might have also been like experiencing some dementia, stuff along those lines as well. So on a way to hear back from Liz, but I'm reading this from the rest of you. He had diabetes. Okay. Did he have something going on though with his thinking? Like, did he have dementia? Did he have something like that? Because this is not or did he have a complication of diabetes that got really bad there at the end? The important thing about him is he couldn't talk at the end of his life. So he wouldn't be able to respond to anybody around him. And so if the only way it could be diabetic is if he started to get dementia or something. My dad died on my grandma's. Whoa. Hold on here just a second. Okay. My dad died on my grandfather's birthday and suffered from depression. My uncle came to my dreams to tell me he was leaving. My dad died of Huntington's disease, which does lead to dementia, and it does have shaking like Parkinson's. He died a month before my birthday. He was found in a bad state. Found in a bad state and was moved to a nursing home where he had an incident that led to his death. This one's a little tricky. So let me just get more details about him, because I see you guys, what you're saying. I think the one with the Huntington's disease, because I would never know that one. And he was in a nursing home, and like, I think maybe Deanna, I see people with strokes and stuff like that. And yeah, but I kind of feel like he was in a nursing home. He was a brittle diabetic. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that he, I don't know. I kind of feel like Deanna, I don't know why. I mean, like, there's so many other ones that this could be, but for some reason I keep getting that. And I don't know anything about Huntington's disease, but if Huntington's disease leads to dementia and shakiness, because I would only know Parkinson's, because I'm not a doctor. So I'm kind of thinking, because I see the rest of you and I love it that you guys are all responding. And I'm so sorry that so many of you have lost a dad close to your birthday, because that fucking sucks. And so, but I just kind of feel like I might be with Deanna. So Deanna, we'll try to have Stephanie send you a link and see if that works. If it doesn't work, then we'll just do this kind of the old fashioned way. because I don't know how else to do it. So I'm sorry so many of you lost your dad in such shitty ways. There's a lot of that. I feel very lucky because my dad is still alive, but I didn't meet him till I was 40. So dad died in his home, not a nursing home. All right. Liz, I kind of think I'm with Deanna. So Steph, if you can send Deanna a link. Deanna Chavez, I think was the last name. And I don't know if I've read you before, Deanna, or not. But if I have, let me know. If I haven't, but even if I have read you, there should always be new information from the spirit world, because your life changes, you know, like they're good where they are, but they see you and they like to tell you what they see so that you know that they're still like invested in your life and invested in you. So we're just going to wait for Deanna and see if she wants to come on here. So I want to also do, I'm going to start the next one just like I did before. I'll start the next one and I'll move on because there is another soul here. I do feel like I have somebody else's dad. So I'm sorry I haven't read all your comments, but don't remember, just try not to put too much in the comments section. Oh, there's Deanna. Oh, and I can see her and I can add her. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Deanna. Is that right?
Can you hear
Deanna?
me?
Yep.
Yes.
I can hear you. Hello. Nice to meet you. Or have I read you before?
No, actually you haven't.
No. Oh, okay. Perfect. I don't know that much about Huntington's disease, but the person, I think your dad was wobbly, like shaky, had dementia, and he would have been in a nursing home. Is that all true about him?
Yeah, so Huntington's, his mother had it as well.
Yeah.
It's hereditary, just like Parkinson's. It's neurological. His shaking started in his 30s.
Yep.
Like he was shaking for a long time. It led to dementia. So he was living alone and they found him alone, disheveled, not eating. So that led to the nursing home. He caught COVID in the nursing home and then had a heart attack, and that led to his death.
Yes, I think that is who we are talking about, is your dad.
Okay.
Because he's good now. But he is happy. Like, so it isn't just him. He's got tons of family over there. You got a bunch of people over there. But your dad wanted to come today because I think you have kids, right?
I do.
Okay. He seems to be a guardian for your kids, or wants to let you know he's a guardian for them, because I feel like you're worried about one of them right now, like a son or something. He's talking about you're worried about one of your kids. He says we're guardians for him. I think it's a son. So do you have a son that you have some concerns about?
I have two boys. My oldest I had a lot of problems with. He's kind of calmed down, but
I feel like I'm supposed to talk about one of your sons, like your dad is doing that. So they're both living, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so one of them, I feel like you just worry about him as an adult, or how he handles things, or something like that. So I'm not sure which it is, but I feel like
my son's Hispanic, but he recently became a Muslim. So, you always get concerned about hate crimes and things against those people.
Yeah. And also, though, it's like the way he manages his emotions, the way he manages his life, I feel like that's more what I'm kind of driving at with your dad, because honestly, religion is religion. And the spirits don't seem to have a connection to that. They have a connection to us. They have a connection to love. They have a connection to whatever people want to call God, but not so much religion. And so I know that you're worried about your son. And I feel like your dad is saying he's a guardian for him, not just helping him with, the changes that he's making, but also trying to inspire things to help him handle difficult situations better than what he has in the past. So
that makes sense. My son, the way I describe him is, how it takes a person from here to here to get mad. Yeah. My son stays up here, and it just takes this much for him to lose his shit, literally.
Yeah. I feel like, though, your son has like ADHD or something like that. He has a problem regulating his emotions.
Yeah.
And
We also think he might be autistic, like a high functioning autistic.
those two things are kind of interchangeable a little bit. Whatever it is, if it's autism and not ADHD, he has emotional regulation issues. And I feel like, though, that is where your dad is guiding people into his path to help him with that.
Yeah,
So,
he definitely has calmed down in the past year. So,
well, I think, though, your dad's been gone over a year.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's been gone for a while. So your dad's just telling me, like, this is what's up. So whatever has come into your son's life to help him get grounded and to be calmer and stuff like that, I feel like our loved ones are in the same frequency as inspiration. And so things have been inspired to come into his path to help him chill out. So I just want you to know your dad knows all about it. He said he's had an eye on both of your kids, but especially this particular one. But he says it was rough for you, or he watched your struggles. So I feel like your dad like walked beside you through some really difficult times with your kids. And he's been in the spirit world when you're experiencing some of these difficulties. So what he's telling me is that he wants to let you know that he can help you. And the way that he helps is to inspire things. There's a bunch of free will in the universe, so not everybody has to listen to their inspirations. But I also feel like your son is a bit of an empath, the one we're talking about. He's a bit of an empath, so sometimes he absorbs the people around him and is reactive to that as well. So if he's in an environment where there's lots of noise and stuff like that, it kind of overstimulates him. And so whether it's autism, ADHD, whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with him. It's just that his brain works different and it doesn't fit into the box people's brains are supposed to fit into. So your dad says, though, that he has kept him safe. So I feel like your dad's kind of been a little bit of a guardian angel for that son, because he acts out or has acted out. And so it's like he says, I protect him, and he wanted you to know that, but he also wanted you to know that he sees your struggles probably for the last few years. And he says, I've been with you every step of the way. And he wants you to know that he loves you. And I think your mom's still here, right? Your mom's alive.
I actually live with my mom.
Okay. He's talking about your mom. And so are you also helping your mom out? I know you're living with her, but you're helping her out is what your dad's saying. And he's saying thank you for that, because your mom needs like a little bit of help or something. So he's just saying thank you. But I also really honestly feel like your dad just wants you to know that he loves you. And you're trying to be a different kind of parent. And he's so proud of that, because being a mom of a kid with mental health issues is not easy. I have a few of that going on in my life. And it's not always easy, but you're handling it, and you're handling it better than what you were taught or what you thought you were supposed to do. So, and he also tells me, though, like there's also this thing about love with you and the difficulty around that as well. So I don't know what your romantic life is like, but he also says there's some struggles there as well. And he says that he walks beside you and he doesn't want you to get down, because I feel like he's here to kind of like lift your spirits. But I am going to say, when they found him, he was happy. He wasn't in the nursing home for a long time, but he was happy to be done. I am going to say that about him, because I think your dad was done with this life and all of the pain and suffering that comes with it. So he wants you to know that he loves you. He's kind of giving a shout out to your mom. I don't even know if they were together, but he's kind of giving like a shout out to her and just trying to let you know like that he loves you. And love never dies. And he's the best version of your dad you could possibly get right now, because there's no more shaking. There's no dementia. There's no nothing. He's strong and vibrant, and his energy just kind of like fills my head. So I know he's doing good, but he's saying that he wants you to know that you're doing good and that he loves you. And so I feel like Father's Day has happened more than once. And isn't he the one who died on his birthday?
He died a month before my birthday, almost to the day.
That is, so it just is like the birthday after that must have been pretty hard. And birthdays, like it's just that time of year, I guess. But birthdays are good. Death days, not so good. But you could actually call his passing his birthday, because he was renewed in the spirit world. And so technically we have two birthdays. We have the one where we're born in this world, and we have the one where we're born into the next life. Or it's not a new life, it's just a different state or frequency of things. So
Sure.
I just want to let you know that he loves you, and I appreciate so much that you came on live to do this, because that usually makes it easier, and then everybody can kind of hear it without having to read all the comments. So I appreciate that you came on.
Sure.
This is all recorded for you, so it will be on my page, so you can just scroll to whatever minute it was and then watch it again, or show your mom, because he seems to be talking to your mom. He owes her some kind of apology. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but he's like, tell her I said I'm sorry. And so he may have said he's sorry when he's alive, but I don't know what it was. But I feel like your mom might have been mad at him. But I do feel like he's very close to her, and says thank you to you for watching over her, and he's watching over your kids. So I just want to let you know that. But if you were here, I just give you a big fucking hug. I'm giving you a big hug. And
I can feel it from here either way.
Good. I appreciate so much that you were willing to come on here and do that. So thank you. And just know that your dad loves the hell out of you. So
awesome.
That's some good shit. So
I can send you a message and tell you how much you touched on everything and how it makes sense if you'd like.
Oh, yeah, sure. That would be lovely. Hopefully, my biggest thing though is that it just touches you, so that you know that it was your dad.
Yeah.
So hopefully there was enough validation that it was him. But
absolutely.
He just, I swear, I just felt like I wanted to kiss you on the forehead. I don't personally want to, but I feel like your dad did. So I just want to let you know that. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. I'm tired now. It's been an hour. I am going to do some giveaways. So look on my, if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, just go to my site and just subscribe to it, because it will come out in a newsletter in the way to enter if you're not on Facebook. YouTube, it's harder to kind of like announce stuff on there. But it will be like in the newsletter. So if you guys want to get a chance to get a free half hour reading with me, I'm going to give away 2 of them, but I just got to figure out what the most effective way is to do that, so that I can get everybody to enter in one kind of consistent way, so that we're not checking like a million different platforms to figure out who's entered and who wants to give it a shot. I am so happy that you guys were here to do this with me. I appreciate it so much. But keep an eye on the newsletter, my Facebook page. I don't know how I'm going to announce it on YouTube, but if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you'll find out about it. I know some of you don't use Facebook. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram. So I want to say happy Father's Day to any fathers out there, but also all your dead people, because there's quite a few, came tonight. I was only able to talk to like 3 or 4, I think I got to. But if you guys are interested in any of my classes, or you want to just subscribe to the newsletter or whatever, Stephanie's posting links on there, and that's how I'll do it. So it will be 2 half-hour readings, not to the same person. And what I'll probably do is end up doing another live to announce it. So I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I'm guessing it, or you can DM and send an email to Reads by Kim. You see that? That is my daughter, and she thinks better than I do. So do what she said. And that's another way to enter as well, but we'll get it figured out. But anyway, I wanted to say thanks to you guys for tuning in tonight, and thanks for being here. And I'll probably end up maybe end of the month or 4th of July or something. I'll probably do another one of these. So just look for it. But it was very nice to see all of you and see you all sign on. And I just want to let you guys know, thank you. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart, you and your dead people. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for all the compliments on my glasses. I appreciate it.